everyone. We are live tonight, 7 p.m. for the Evening Buzz. Tonight we got a great show for you. I'm Rod Davison, and I'm coming at you from Fresno, California. And I got my good friend and business partner here.
My name is Paul Sharon, and I'm coming at you from Las Vegas, Nevada, that sleepy town in the middle of the desert. Let's do this, Rod. I love that.
You keep having it louder and louder every week, I think, or every day, rather. So anyway, tonight. So this week we've had quite a large undertaking with not undertaking, but I guess whatever word I'm looking for. But anyway, we've done a lot of training this week actually. So we've done WordPress a couple of nights. We've done some pay-per-view. One night, and tonight we're going to do some PPC with Bing, and you've heard from me most of the week, so we're going to hand it over to Paul tonight, and he's going to take you through Bing advertising, and it's going to be pretty cool. I know Paul's getting a lot of leads out of Bing. He just tweaked some ads, and it's really increased his lead flow just in the last few days, even more than normal. So that's he's going to take you through everything that he's done, and we got just some generic stuff that we kind of came up with just so we can move the show along a little quicker. So I think with that being said, we're going to need most of this half hour. So Paul, you want to take it away, and we'll get into it.
Not really. I was kind of just enjoying sitting back here and listening to you talk. I'm all right with that.
Too late. That's all you now.
All me. Oh my goodness. That's not good. That's not good. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you guys a little something here that I'm always hesitant to show people, but I want to going to share a screen here, and you know, some people say, well, does this stuff really work, Rod? I mean, does this, you know, can we really say that, you know, this Bing advertising works, that lead impact works? Does this stuff work to bring in leads? And a lot of people that maybe are doing this stuff offline are going, I'm not really sure, you know, if I need to go online to get leads, I can do that offline. Well, let me show you something here, guys, and let me know when you've got my screen there, Rod, which should be about now.
I can see me on your screen.
Okay, what about now?
There we go.
So guys, these are leads in my inbox from the last few days. And I can just scroll down. You can see that it doesn't look like anything's changing except for over on the right where you can see the days and stuff. Here, I'll scroll this up and down. So this is literally like the last, since Friday, a couple of Thursday there, and then you go into the next page. But this is since Friday of last week up until today, just a few of the leads that we've got from what we're doing. So it is possible, it is doable, and your leads will come into your inbox every single day once you get your advertising up and running, and it's quite a bit easier than if you were to try and go out onto the street and bring in leads. Now, and here we go. We're going to have a problem with me loading stuff up. But
yeah, Paul has a hard time, you know, working and talking at the same time. So
yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to log into Bing. Now, I really, to be honest with you, I haven't been using Bing that long and that much. I'm going to start using a little bit more because I try to use, or Rod and I are both trying to use more organic methods for bringing in leads. I mean, yeah, it's okay. Pay-per-click is all right, and pay-per-view is okay, but they cost money. So we also work on our video and that kind of stuff to bring leads in organically. So I really haven't used Bing that much. At first, when Rod and I first started working together, I was rocking on lead impact, and Rod wasn't having very much luck on lead impact, and vice versa. Rod was rocking it on Bing, and I wasn't doing much on Bing. So it was really kind of weird that we were kind of doing the same things, but one of us was having more luck on one than the other. And you're going to find that happens. So it's really important that you find what works best for you and then run with it. So that's why I haven't really done much with Bing here in the last little while, but we're going to show it to you because you can use this. Rod, this isn't just for like a home-based business or network marketing. I mean, you could use this to advertise anything, right? I mean, flower shops or whatever.
Yeah, flower shops, Girl Scout cookies, whatever.
Right.
You know, the one thing that I want to mention though that you know, it doesn't matter what marketing you're doing, if you're doing video or you're doing blogging or PPC or pay-per-view, it's all about keywords. So those are the most important. That it really makes up about 10%, but it's the most 10% that you can put your time and effort into.
Right, absolutely. And to be honest with you guys, we're not going to get into that too much tonight because you know what, that's something that we're going to have to do a whole training on, Rod, to be honest with you. But
we'll do a keyword session, and I actually have a keyword video on my channel already too. I did a month or so ago.
So once you get into Bing ads, it's actually bingads.microsoft.com, and I think there's also another way to get in there. But if you just Google, that's weird. If you Google Bing ads, you're better off to go to Bing. If you Bing ads, let's try and stay on the Bing side tonight. If you Bing ads, then it'll show you where to log in. You create an account. Creating the account is free, but then you have to set up an account and do some billing and stuff like that. Like here, you'll see that I don't think I have much more than 100. So I usually do 100 at a time. You see about $58 left in there. It's really not that expensive to add. Is there a minimum, Rod? Do you have to start with 100 or?
No, I think with Bing, I think you can start with as little as 25 or 50. I can't remember, but I know, you know, I haven't been doing a lot with Bing ads lately, but and I don't know why. I just probably sidetracked from other things, but I know I just get a monthly, you know, PayPal receipt once a month from Bing. So I mean, I put the original 50 in, and then they just basically once that $50 balance comes down, they just basically bill you for whatever you used, and it comes back up to whatever your minimum was. So something like that.
Right. So once you get in,
pretty straightforward.
Very, very straightforward. Once you get in and you put in, you know, I'd recommend putting in $100. You can go through $100 pretty quick within a week or 2 weeks. But once you get $100 to put in, you're going to click on the campaigns, and then you're just going to open up your campaigns, and then you're going to click Create Campaign, and that's where you start. So once you get in here, you can name your campaign. And the other day we picked on dolphin training, but tonight we're going to actually do something a little bit more relevant, and we're just going to call this online marketing training. Doesn't matter what this campaign name is. This is for kind of for you only, just so that you know what it is, what it's all about. Just like we talked about the other night in Lead Impact, you can do a campaign budget daily, and you can do it monthly as well. Budget should be greater than 5 cents. Yeah, see, it thinks I'm trying to. So your budget should be greater than 5 cents a day. Absolutely. We recommend doing $5 a day to start off with, just to get your feet wet, you know, so that you can get up and rolling. Depending on what your language is, English, whatever you want to use, and then locations, you can actually set United States and Canada, or you can do all countries and regions and leave it on English, whatever you want to do. We normally start off again with the United States and Canada. There's more than enough people there to get you up and running. So
yeah, and if you want to create some customs, you can do the selected cities, and you can add the countries in one at a time.
You can go down here. We'll just show them that quick, and then you can actually just put in anything. Like if you put in United Kingdom, you could put in United Kingdom, search it, and it's going to show you that it's there. You can just click on Include.
Yep.
And that'll include that. So you can actually have the United States, Canada, and all that. So you can do a text ad, or you can do WAP mobile ad. For the most part, you're going to be doing text ads. If you have a product that is very mobile specific, obviously you could do mobile, but text is just the way to go. Now you will notice here, folks, that you get very, very few characters for your ad title. So you want a compelling ad title, whatever you feel is going to be most compelling for us, we've got some stuff already set up so that we can kind of move this along and put these in. 20. You'll see right there. That's already 21 characters. Just saying supercharged training. So you can't say, we've got the best training on earth, or online training for everyone who needs it. It's got to be very compelling, very short, very to the point, so that people know what the heck you're talking about. And you can just tab down into the next section. And again, we just had some stuff so that my typing kind of sucks. So business training from the Evening Buzz. And again, that ad, the text for the ad is very, very small. The display URL, you can actually display any URL you want here, which is kind of crazy. But I have some of my ads that I actually have a URL that isn't even valid, that you can just put it in there. So if it fits, like supercharged training.
I thought we were going to use the Evening Buzz training.
That's the display URL. So that's what this is what I'm going to show them, is the fact that I can put any URL I want in here, and then I think we did that in here, yeah. And drop that in there. So you can see that we have our ad title, we have our ad text, a display URL. That's just the URL that's going to show up. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the URL. The destination URL is the most important. Now it's going to show you what your side ad will look like. Those are your ads that show up on the side. And let me see if I go bing.com, see if I can show you this. And what did we have on the other night? Dolphin training, right? I doubt there's going to be any ads on dolphin training, but who knows? Let's see. Well, see, I lied. That's funny. So these are your side ads over here, guys, on the right. There's no ads at the top, but these are your side ads right here. And these ads are actually kind of long compared to what the other stuff was. But where did my
the side ads, it displays it a little bit longer because it puts the URL and the name on the one line.
Right, but I thought the side ads were just these small ones, and then the main line at the top were these big ones. But that looks like it's actually got some of those big ones.
You're right, actually.
So that's pretty cool. So that's where it will show, dolphin swim, dolphin training colleges. There's actually a dolphin training college. That is interesting. I wouldn't recommend running out and joining the dolphin training college, but who knows. So now you get down into the keywords here, guys. You can enter your keywords down here. Again, we're just going to flip a few keywords in here, and that we've already got selected, some home business training, some online marketing training. We're going to drop them in here quick. Oh, actually, we're not going to do that. Sorry. We're going to show you a tool, because Bing, this tool is called AdWords Wrapper. So it's AdWordsWrapper.com, and Rod reminded me about that before we got started. I had kind of forgotten about that kind of stuff, and we actually put it in already. So we dropped the keywords in here for this already. And I'll just do it again so you can see that how it happens. So you put it in here. You're going to paste in your keywords. You're going to click on Wrap Keywords, and what it's going to do is it's going to give you the different phrase match, broad match, and exact match. And if you've never went through any keyword training before, that's going to be a little bit strange to you. But basically, broad means that it's going to take, if you type in home business training, for example, it's going to take every home, every business, and every word training on the internet. So it's probably going to find literally millions and millions and millions of words. Now, I'll show you an example of that. Like, let's do Bing. If I go home business training, and I just search that, you can see there's 1.4 million searches. Now, if you put it in as, it's a lot of searches, right? Now, if you come down here and you do, this is exact match, right, Rod?
No, that's phrase match.
That's phrase.
Yeah.
So if you come over here and you do a phrase match, which means you're wrapping it in quotes. See how now all of a sudden it goes to 139,000 because it's taking this phrase home business training and anything else that's in it. So like online home business training. Now it's not doing what I thought it would do. And then let me see the difference here in the exact. Oops, get rid of that, copy paste. 1.42 million. So that's interesting.
Yeah, it's basically because, you know, when you're using the search engine, it really doesn't look at the brackets as a
yeah, it's not looking at the bracket.
It really only looks at that when you're doing advertising. So really, I think with the phrase match, you actually have to put home plus business plus training, and the quotes actually makes it an exact.
Exact.
Search.
This is the exact search, right? So
it is a little confusing when you're looking at the words wrapper because the quote one is the phrase and the bracketed one is the exact. But you can't; those aren't really usable in a search engine. Right. Yeah, for a phrase, you have to put home plus business plus training to get a phrase.
Right. So really, the one that to me, Rod, and you know, we might disagree on this. I don't know. Exact match to me is what you're looking for, because if you're searching for home business training, you don't care that there's home office furniture business training or home business accounting training. I mean, you're looking specifically for those words. That means that you want that exact verbiage. To me, that's what you should be looking for, because that's really targeting exactly what you're looking for. But everybody has their own preferences for that anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I think really for Bing, you should be using exact and phrase because you're not paying per impression like you are with PPV.
Right.
And if people are searching for something and your ad shows up and it's not relevant to them, they're not going to click on it anyway because you're only getting charged when they actually click on it. Unlike pay-per-view, you know, where you're getting impressions. But so I guess it really depends. You just want to kind of test it. It's like everything else. You need to do some testing. Test. That's the big thing with marketing is test.
Absolutely.
And so
phrase and exact then.
Yeah, I usually use phrase and exact.
Okay. So what we're doing is copy that. We'll highlight it for you. You still have to hit Control-C or copy, right? Paste, copy, whatever it happens to be. And then you can come over here and you can dump those keywords in. And then you add those keywords. And you can see over here how it says the phrase and the exact. And it tells you what the price is for each one of those. So you can see the exact match is a little bit less expensive there, a little bit more expensive there, a little bit more expensive there. I would expect the exact match to be more expensive because if you're targeting that exact phrase, that exact word, it's strange here to me that those two are not. Very strange. But anyways, from here you can save it, and then you can go into your network bid. So you can set your bids here. And I would probably just leave it the way it is. You can go to your advanced targeting option. You can set days, hours. You can put your demographics, devices. Now, do we want all devices or do we just want to do, let's get rid of...
Well, I mean, it depends what you're targeting, but I mean, ideally for this, you want to use desktops and laptops to get rid of tablets and...
Yeah, most of this, you're looking for people that are working from home, right?
Most of those devices don't show the site ads anyway, so...
Right. So get rid of them. Where on your internet you want to show your ads so you can see how your ad distribution, you can change for the pricing model, your cost per click, and all this kind of stuff. You can schedule when your ads are going to run. You can exclude them on certain websites that you don't want your ads to run. So if you're advertising something that you think might be close to, it might show up on a children's site, for example, and you don't want it to because some of the words that you're using might be construed as children, but it's an adult content. You'll want to exclude certain websites or block those websites for seeing your ads. Be very cognizant of that kind of stuff, guys. And then your presentation.
Go click on the pricing model. I think there's, is it there or the ad distribution where there's, nope, not that one. The ad distribution, I think there's some settings up there we need to change. Yes, that one there. You want to check the Bing and Yahoo syndicated search partners only.
Oh, is that right?
Yep.
Oh, because it'll take out to all the different search networks.
Yep, and it defaults to that. And then
we don't need the content network, do we?
Yeah, we want to uncheck the content network. So those settings right there are really kind of important.
Cool. And then your ad rotation, you can actually rotate your ads, as it says here, rotate more evenly, include all ads, even those with a lower click-through rate. So all of this stuff, guys, we could literally spend hours going through all the little nuances of this. So again, YouTube's a great place if you're finding you're running into a problem. You can actually click on some of these the question marks and stuff like that, and they will take you through a lot of any questions that you have on this. Under the Learn More tabs, all of this stuff is great spot to learn more about what you're doing. If you think, well, I'd really like to know why this is doing this or how I need to do this, just click on that Learn More tab and it'll walk you through that. Anything else? Nothing else there we need to change, right? Right on these schedules.
No, that's pretty much it right there.
So we save that.
Those are definitely the things that you want to hit, and like Paul said, if you want to learn more about it, I mean that bottom one where you can rotate the ads, that's really has to do with the ad groups, so you can have multiple ad groups within one campaign. But we're not going to really get into that tonight, I don't think, just because that's almost a 30-minute discussion just on ad groups, I think.
Absolutely.
So basically when you guys create a campaign, it's going to automatically create the first ad group for you. So.
Right. Now the ad group itself, guys, now that you go over here into the ad groups, and now you can actually take your campaign and you could actually set different ad groups. So that one example that Rod and I were talking about earlier was let's say you wanted to target automobile owners, and then within those, so you set up a campaign for automobile owners, and then within those campaigns you would set up ad groups for Chevrolet owners, for Ford owners, for Toyota owners, for Dodge owners, whatever it is, and you could run groups of ads within that campaign. And then on top of that, you could actually run, and again, Rod mentioned testing, you could actually split test ads within those ad groups. So there might be a Chevrolet ad group that you're running 2 or 3 separate ads to, rotating through those ads to see which ad resonates more with Chevrolet owners, or which ad resonates with Toyota owners, and so on and so forth. So that's how you use campaigns, ad groups, and then ads. Now, I do not remember, does Bing use its own rotator, or yeah, you can rotate right within Bing, can't you?
Yeah, I mean you can. So basically, with Bing, it will you can rotate different ads, let's see. I'm trying to remember. I still think you have to have some if you want to go into different capture pages and whatnot. Once they click on it, you still have to use I think your own rotator for that, but it will rotate the different, so you can create basically a different ad. You can create actually different ads within each ad group, and then you can create multiple ad groups. So I mean, there's, like I said, that's a whole nother session in itself, because it really gets the more you drill down, the more options you have, basically. So.
Oh yeah, the deeper it's like going down the rabbit hole.
Yep.
Once you get into this, guys, you'll see how far you can go. So you can see here that we have an ad titled Supercharged Training. You can see it's within this ad group 1, so you could call this ad group, could be Chevrolet or whatever. It is eligible and it is active. It's a text ad. Here it's going to tell you all of your analysis statistics for the thing. So as people start to click, it's going to tell you how many people saw it, how many people clicked on it, how much you spend, your click-through rates. All of this stuff is probably German to most of you guys if you've never done this before, but CTR is click-through rate, how many people clicked through to your ad, your position on the page, your average cost per click. CPC is cost per click, and that's what Bing is, cost per click or pay per click, one of the two. CPA is your cost per action, your conversion, so how many people saw your ad, clicked on it, and actually went to the page. That's a conversion. And then this is just a preview of your ad. There is also, across the top, you can see more keywords. You could actually add keywords in, and sometimes they will even have keyword suggestions for you, depending on what you're setting up. They will suggest keywords, and you can click on those keywords and say, okay, yeah, I'd like to add this and add this and add this. I don't even know what the ad extensions is, dude. Your daily budget options for your campaign settings, so you can change all of those settings that you looked at earlier in there. The opportunities thing, I was looking at that earlier. That's kind of cool. They actually tell you where they think there might be an opportunity for you to advertise better. So you can see here it says we don't have any suggestions for this campaign. But the last campaign I did, it actually said here's some keyword suggestions, and it said here's some suggestions for getting your ad to more people. And of course, their suggestion was for me to increase my budget.
I think usually their suggestions don't come up until after the ad's approved. And guys, with Bing, they approve those ads pretty fast. Actually, I've seen them approve them as fast as 2 or 3 hours.
Right. Yeah, they're very, very, very quick to do that. So that's pretty much it with Bing, folks. Now that is, again, very, very basic, but it'll help you get up and running and get your ads up in front of people and out on the internet so that you can start doing some testing, because again, once you get it up and running and testing, and I'm going to come out of my screen share here, and once you have those ads out, now you can go to testing. Now you can say, okay, this is working, this is not working, what do I need to do to change this? And earlier, Rod and I were looking at it, and this isn't going to help you guys any because it's really kind of confusing to us. Colors make a huge difference sometimes from one to another. Text being in red or text being in blue. And I actually had the exact same ad for a network marketing campaign that I was running, and I was seeing a 17%, not conversion, but a 17%.
It's a conversion. Basically, somebody opted into your page. So.
Somebody looking at the page, yes, opting in, looking at the page, compared to 38% on the other ad. Exact same ad. The one ad, the lower one was in red. The better one was in blue. And that for me always seems to be the case. My blue text ads always outrank my red text ads. So then what's funny about that is, Rod?
Yeah, the red ads always outrank my blue.
Right. It's exact opposite with Rod for some reason. Every time we check his campaigns and stuff, we expected we started doing this literally a few weeks ago that we started looking more closely at that between the two of us, and we started noticing that my blue stuff outranks my red stuff. His red stuff outranks his blue stuff. So you never know unless you test. And it could be as much as a simple word, and you very rarely do you want to change a bunch of stuff at once, right, Rod? I mean,
correct.
You don't want to go out, guys, if you're going to test a red and a blue ad, you don't want to test a red and a blue ad with completely different copy. That makes no sense. You're not comparing apples to apples. You're saying here's one ad and here's another ad. Well, this one's converting better because this one's red, but it has completely different text on it. That's not a test. That's a guessing game. You want to put 2 ads up that are exactly the same except for one little tiny piece and see how it converts. And then if it changes, then you put that one piece back and you convert another piece. And then you put that piece back and then you convert another piece. And you just keep doing that until you figure out what works. And that was really hard for me to do. That was almost like a Vulcan thing.
Yeah, it was.
You got to find out what works and then run with what's working. Like just today, I killed the ad that I was running that had the red text on it because the other one was converting by more than 50%. Actually, it was 100 and something percent. So you got to test, find out what works, and then retest again. Yeah, so that'll be your Bing ad stuff up and running, folks. What do you got to add, Rod?
The only thing I got to add on the Bing is they do have a Bing Ads Editor. It's a downloadable software. We may do a training on that down the road. But it is, if you guys are doing a lot of Bing ads, it really it has a lot more features than than what we went through. But I mean, you got to do that to set the ad up to start with, and then there are some additional functions with the Bing Ads Editor that you can do. So that's just a downloadable software that you can install locally, and it'll download your ads you have created, and you can make a lot more global changes a lot easier with it, and then re-upload those. So we may go over that next week or two and talk about that a little bit. But that's all I had to add really for the Bing Ads piece. And as always, make sure that you guys get a hold of us on our Facebook at theeveningbuzz.com. That'll go right to our Facebook, and reach out. And what are we doing tomorrow? We're going to do one more WordPress session tomorrow. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, we were going to do the silver deal. I wanted to get some information out about silver and the economy and all that kind of stuff, but there's so much information, and you were doing such a great job on that initial WordPress 1 and WordPress 2. I think we have to do a WordPress 3 so we can get into just because we got through all the setup and all that kind of stuff and some of the plugins that they can use, but they definitely need to know, how to create a page, how to create a post. So I think that we have to do that tomorrow, and we'll save the silver for another day. Maybe we'll do silver on Sunday.
Okay.
Do we have anything planned for Sunday? We don't yet, right? So.
No, we haven't planned next week's schedule yet, so it'll be a surprise. So we know Sunday will be silver. Cool.
And silver and the economy and some of the history of silver, it's really pretty cool. The one thing about that ads editor that Rob was talking about, the one thing that makes that a neat tool to have is that you can operate it from your desktop. You don't have to be in the Bing online, right, Rod? I mean, you can do it right from your laptop. You have to be connected, but you don't have to be in Bing ads.com.
Yep.
So cool. That's it, guys. If you have any questions, we're gonna hang for just a second. We're done with our half hour for tonight. That always goes so fast, it's ridiculous. It's amazing how little information you can get into a half hour sometimes, and how much information you can get into 3 minutes. So it's kind of a weird phenomenon how time flies when you're having a good time.
That's right. So anyway, yeah, connect with us on Facebook, Google, YouTube channels, whatever whatever works for you guys. And this is Rod Davison from Fresno, California, and we will see you tomorrow night.
Thanks, guys. Paul Schroen out of Las Vegas, Nevada, and I'm gone.